Hi guys, how's it going? If you are a new player and confused about who to summon heroes for, this video is for you. I divided several heroes into 3 types, namely, PvP, bosses, and story. PvP is arena, TDM, and Colo. Story is story. Bosses are like raid boss rush. And at the end of the video, I will give the badges to heroes like this example. First, I will introduce the heroes one by one, what their abilities are and what they are designed for. Actually, in my opinion on this banner, they are all S tier, and all very meta. But you have to prioritize the most important things first. Okay, first one. Plague Doctor, Dark Unit, and Warrior. The type of weapon is a staff. The type of damage is melee damage. His party buff is quite meta for PvP. His normal attack inflicts melee damage. His normal attack can pass through walls and heroes. This ability is good for story and PvP, and even though he is warrior, his range attack quite far, like a ranged heroes. There's nothing interesting about the chain skill. Be careful, the chain skill takes a long time, so activate it as quickly as you can. Now his special ability. This is quite interesting, because previously no one had an ability like this. This ability can counter the support, who can restore their HP, like Kamael, Gabriel, and Mia. Next is his weapon ability. If you use his exclusive weapon, he can decrease the enemy's depth, and this ability is very good for bosses such as raids and boss rush, but only for melee team and dark, not flexible. If you used another weapon, this ability can't activate. And his weapon skill is really good. For the story, the attack area is quite big and can kill many enemies. For the arena, it is also really good, because he can follow the enemy and make the enemy run away in fear. We can attack freely without being attacked back. Deon Shire's Count Claude, Dark Unit, and Ranged. Exclusive weapon is Twilight, Gauntlet type. The damage type is ranged damage. His normal attack can reduce dark type resistance. It means good for bosses like Rai's and Boss Rush. Normal attack moves can't pass through walls or heroes. Honestly, it's not good for the arena and story. Next is the chain skill. His chain skill has a buff that can increase the ally's dark type attack. So this is good for PvP like raids and expeditions. But don't forget his chain skill is also slow, so activate it quickly. In my opinion, there is nothing special about his special abilities. Next is weapon ability, which is interesting on his weapon ability. If he uses his exclusive weapon, his normal attack can restore his HP, then this is good for PvE. Next is his weapon skill. What's interesting about Claw is that his weapon skill is very big and painful. It can kill a lot of enemies. This hero is designed for expeditions and raids. Oh, and one more thing, his normal attacks are very painful. God of Harvest Kamael, Earth Unit, and Support. His exclusive weapon is Equinox. The type of weapon is staff, and the type of damage is ranged damage. His normal attacks are very powerful. His attacks can restore his HP. His final attack can heal all allies' HP and reduce the enemy's range defense. This is very useful for raid and boss rush and story. His chain skill can restore all allies' HP and can remove all negative effects from all allies. This is very helpful in PvE content, such as expeditions and Kamazoni, etc. There is nothing special about the special ability. It only increases the ability of normal attacks. His weapon ability is very interesting. He can absorb 3 people by his normal attack, and immediately, the debuff are active when the first normal attack. His weapon skills are very fast, painful and big. He was designed for PvE, but his abilities are enough to help you rise to master in the arena. He's pretty good in the arena, even though he's not meta now. Oh yes, one more thing. he is flexible for playing raids or boss rush. You can place him in all types of elements. Destroyer Payman, Fire Unit, and Tinker. Her exclusive weapon is Planet Buster. The type of weapon is Gauntlet, and the type of damage is melee damage. Because he is a tanker, he has extra attacks to taunt the enemy. In my opinion, she is one of the S tiers. She is very meta in the arena. What is good about her is his special ability, and she is very tanky. Ailment resistance is very useful. Indeed, he was designed for PvP. I recommend that you have a hero with this kind of ability for the arena. The Magma Fissure created by the weapon skill are very helpful in the arena, making enemies not dare to enter the fissure area, even though it doesn't cause ailment. This hero is actually not for newbies, but he is very meta. In my opinion, on this banner, they are all S tier, and all very meta. They are all very necessary for me. But this is the result of the badge they got, my opinion. And this is the tier list that you must prioritize to summon.